doing own voice over soft music. All the students were sitting in a circle and playing truth and dare as it was their free time. The bottle spinned and the head of the bottle pointed at wow, finally it's our Vianney's turn. So Vian say truth or dare. I'm not gonna spill my secret, so I choose dare. Leah shrimped. Well, I dare you to keep my oppa. Everyone's eyes wide open in shock, including mine. Leah, your brother. Yeah, my one and only brother, John Jungkook. Isn't he the mafia king? Good luck, Ryan. Hope you return in one piece and alive. Leah, please give me some other dare, not this one. Leah, Ryan pleaded Leah with her puppy eyes. Your eyes are not gonna work on me, and you have to do it. It's a dare. Ryan signed. Yeah, okay, I will. Leah shrimp. So today you are coming with me and staying a day in our house. Why? Then how will you do your dare? My brother won't come to you. You have to go to him. Okay, Vian said half-heartedly because Leah's brother is her crush. But the thing is, Vian thinks Jungkook doesn't like her because he always behave cold with Vian and keep a distance with Vian. Vian and Leah came to John Mansion after their class. Vian informed her parents that she is staying a day with Leah, and they agree as Leah and Vian always do like that, staying in each other's house. So your first task is to Oppa when he came back from work, and now you have to be ready because he will be here soon. Can I? On trick, no, only lips are allowed. Okay, but what if he shout at me? One was cut it off when she heard, Mom, I'm home. Wine go. Wine took a deep breath and left to see Jungkook. Wine reached the living room and saw Jungkook removing his shoes. At that time, she saw a maid going towards Jungkook with a glass of water on tray. So she stopped the maid. Wait, I will give him. But ma'am, it's okay. She took the tray and approached Jungkook, who was leaning back on couch, closing his eyes. Water. Jungkook opened his eyes when he heard a melodious voice which always make him calm. Wine, you here? What are you doing here? I'm staying here for a day. Vine gave him an awkward smile and took the glass of water from tray and extended her hand to Jungkook, but her hands were shaking in fear, so the water spilled on Jungkook's clothes. Vine wide open eyes. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Vine immediately took the tissue from the small table and started wiping his shirt, but Jungkook's eyes were stuck on Vine's face as he saw wine this much close for the first time. He loved wine from the time Leah introduced wine as a best friend and brought wine home, but Jungkook thought that wine might not like him because he is a mafia as wine is a kind-hearted girl, so he always behaved cold and kept a distance with her. Wine looked up to see Jungkook's and her face very close, and then her eyes fall behind the hallway just to see Leah signaling Vian to him as it's the right moment. So Vian just closed her eyes and placed her lips on Jungkook but didn't him. Both Jungkook's and Vian's body experienced a shiver in their body and Jungkook's eyes were wide open after he felt her lips on his which were soft. Jungkook lost his control and was about to open his lips but Vian stood straight and then opened her eyes. I'm sorry, she said and ran towards Leah, leaving Jungkook dumb. Jungkook to himself. I wish I always receive a welcome like this after a tiring day at work. Jungkook signed and left to his room with a smile on his face. I was knowing that she is capable of making my son smile, the lady said to herself when a hand wrapped around her shoulder. Honey, why are you smiling? Oh, Mr. John, I am planning to make you a grandfather. What is Jungkook getting married? No, dear, but soon. I found a girl for him, and now me and Leah are working on it to make them together. Really, who is it? Vian. I love her. She is a nice girl, but while that soft, warm heart girl edges with our cold eyes son. Both have feelings for each other. What? My son in love? Really? For the first time? Yeah, now stop this and let's work on making them together. Both nodded their head. Congrats, girl. Task 1 complete now. Now more? Yeah, don't you remember the dare says keep my brother, so task 2. One signed and mentally slapped herself for choosing dare. Wine now Uppa will leave for work office at that time you have to him. Okay, Wine and Lisa went to dining table to helped Jungkook's mom with arranging plates while they were arranging food on dining table. Did you slept well, wine baby? Yeah, auntie. Come on, wine baby. How many times I have to tell you? Call me Oma. Has cook called me? Wine's cheek got red and she nodded. All done. Oh, Appa, come, said Jungkook, and his dad came into the dining table, but Jungkook's eyes fall on wine and then her lips, which he wanted to taste so bad from the day he saw her. And after yesterday's incident, he decided to make wine love him back for the first time. And for the first step he thought to do is to being soft to Wine and treat her as his queen. He was about to wish Wine good morning, but good morning, Wine. Good morning, uncle. Jungkook's dad raised eyebrow. Uncle, sorry, Appa. Everyone's widely smiled at Wine, whereas Wine was a beetroot by now. Wine came, said, let's eat breakfast. We have lots of things to do today. Wine nodded her head and was about to sit near Leah, but sit near Jungkook. Go. She slightly pushed Wine towards Jungkook and made her sit next to Jungkook. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Here, eat this as you guys have planned to do a lot of things, so make yourself energized. Thanks. What are you guys planning to do today? Oppa, Leah was about to answer, but Jungkook's dad and mom kicked Leah's leg under the table, signaling her to shut her mouth, and Leah immediately followed that. Nothing much. Shopping, then eating outside, hanging out with friends, that's all. Okay, but remember to stay away from boys. Just keep in mind that I have my eyes on you. Wyan looked at Jungkook, who was looking serious when he said those lines, and Jungkook placed a piece of sandwich and poured juice in Wyan's plate and glass. Eat more, you got skinny. I don't like you getting skinny. Wyan's still staring at his face in surprise as it's the first time he talked this much to her and also why he is saying those things, but she was liking it. Wyan was staring at Jungkook's but next word made her come back to world. I think now I should feed you with my own hand, Jungkook said and took a sandwich which he already ate half and placed it on Wine's lip. No, I am good with mine and I can eat by myself. Wine's face was full red and she immediately took the glass of juice to drink, but she choked on her juice. Wine careful, slowly. No one is taking your food, Jungkook said, patting her back to calm her down, and then he rubbed her lips with his thumb and took the mayonnaise from her lips and flicked it. Meanwhile, Jungkook's dad, mom, Leah were swimming and were happy to see them together and mingling with each other. Mom, I'm going. Jungkook was about to go, but wait, Jungkook. Jungkook stopped on his track after he listened his name from Wine's mouth. He turned around just to get a shock as Wine just kept her both hands on his shoulder and peeked his lips and ran away. All this happened in a second that Jungkook was not able to process anything. Jungkook was thinking what happened to Wine as she never behaves like this. Yesterday he thought maybe an accident, but today also. But he was liking Wine getting close to him. But also he wanted to know why Wine is doing this. Mark, Jungkook called his secretary. Yes, sir. Keep an eye on Wine and Leah as always, and tell bodyguards to protect them all the time without interfering their privacy and freedom. Yes, sir. Leah shrimped after she saw an outfit and thought to initiate the next step. Wine, come here. I found something coming. What this? You will look good in this. Go and try it. What this? Wine's eyes wide open after she saw the outfit. It was so and tight fitted. But it's too. No, it's not. Buy it, please. It's the first time I'm asking you something, please. Yeah, okay, but I will not wear it. Okay, then we will see later. Now buy this. Okay, Wine took the dress and gone to the billing section to bill the dress. While the time Leah was looking into other clothes and her eyes fall on Jungkook's secretary along with bodyguards, so she got what Jungkook has made Mark to do. Okay, I will leave and do your work properly, Mark said to the bodyguard and was about to leave when he felt a tap on his shoulder and he turned around to see. Leah, yeah, baby, you going without seeing me? Leah showed her puppy eyes. No, babe, I was just busy. And also, you were shopping, so I didn't want it to disturb you. Okay, but what Oppa is doing? He is preparing for a meeting with Miss Kim Era. Leah's eyes wide open after listening to her enemy's name because she always tries to hit on Jungkook and got Jungkook marry her. What she at that time Leah's eyes fall on Ryan who was coming towards Mark and Leah's direction and Leah screamed after knowing what she has to do. Mark, we are also coming to the company. But Leah, no but we are also coming. But Leah, why you need to go there? I will tell you later. Come Ryan, let's go. Leah dragged Ryan outside the mall. Leah and Ryan reached the company. Ryan was walking slowly while looking down and bumped into an employee. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Are you new here? Yeah. Came for an interview, ma'am. What happened? Ma'am? Yeah, she is soon to be Mrs. Mark, Leah shouted from a distance as when she turned she didn't find Ryan next to her. So she came back to see Ryan but heard that Mark was about to explore their secret. She is with me. Oh, sorry, ma'am. I thought to show her the interview room if she is for that. Thanks for your kind behavior. Leah stared at Mark and left while Mark released a sign as Leah stopped him before he spilled the truth, whereas Jack found Ryan attractive. Oppa, Leah busted into the room and saw her enemy Era already sitting with Jungkook on the couch. What are you doing here? I should ask you that why children are roaming in office. It's mine to company. Ira rolled her eyes. I came for meeting. Then you should wait at visitor's room or in the meeting room, not in my oppa's room with him. Vian's eyes darted up as she heard. She looked at Jungkook who was already looking at her with loving eyes and then her eyes fall on Era who was looking so beautiful and Vian felt insecure about herself. Well, I will use the washroom and come. Vian left the room without waiting for anyone's response. Leah, go with her. She doesn't know anything. Leah nodded her head and followed Vian. Who is she, Leah? Just wanted my oppa. She is with him. Jungkook knows that. I don't know, but he never cared for her and maintained a professional contact with her, but she always tried to get my oppa. Ush, I really hate her. But isn't Jungkook a mafia? He can her or at least warn her. That's the case. She is our family friend's daughter, so we can't do anything. Vine nodded her head. Leah was thinking how to keep Era on track, whereas Vine felt relieved that Jungkook doesn't feel anything for Era. Vine, help me to get Era know her place. Vine front, how? You have to oppa in front of her. What? But Leah, they are in meeting room and also lots of people are there. I don't care. Remember you're there and also this time no peeking. It should be a real. Wine wide open her eyes. But I don't know how to. Leah shrimp. Don't worry. Just place your lips on Oppa's and remaining he will do. Wine sign. Yeah, he will just. Come on, girl. He will not never do that. Trust me. Let's start the meeting. Jungkook took this seat and was focusing on the PPT, but the meeting room door opened and everyone's eyes fall on the person. Jungkook looked and see Ryan coming towards him while looking down and biting her lips. She reached Jungkook's chair and pulled his chair and sat on his. Jungkook got shocked but maintained a cool look on his face while everyone got scared as they thought Jungkook will just whine. But no, he was cool. But hey, you move away from my man. How can you sit on my man's? Both Ryan and Jungkook were unaware of Era. Both were staring at each other's eyes with lots of emotion. Ryan slowly cupped his cheeks and placed her lips on his and parted her lips to initiate the which Jungkook immediately replied back. What the? She was about to pull Ryan, but Leah came. Stay away. They both are couples. Couples, let's leave sir and ma'am alone. Everyone left the meeting room and Leah dragged Era who was numb after hearing Leah. Ryan and Jungkook were so both in each other passionately unaware of their surrounding, pouring all their emotions which they have hid in themselves for years. Ryan patted his shoulder to indicate him she needs to breathe. Jungkook pulled back, but only to hold Ryan more tightly and pick her up and placed her on the table and attack his lips with her again. Ryan also him back. After a second passionate, Ryan pulled back. Jungkook, I'm sorry. Jungkook frowned. For what? It was a dare. Ryan confessed the truth as now she can't take more and wanted to tell her real feelings to him, but Jungkook misunderstood it and thought that Ryan doesn't like him and just him because it was a dare, so his eyes turned dark. What the? You just said Wyan got scared after seeing Jungkook's angry face and she realized why people call him scary. He was looking so scary that his eyes were enough to a person. Wyan gulped her fear. Leah, she gave me a dare to you, so Jungkook banged his fist on the table harshly as his face got bruised and Wyan closed her eyes but opened her eyes when Jungkook harshly grabbed her shoulder. So you don't have feelings for me, and all this from yesterday you were doing just it was a dare for you, and I was a fool to believe that you also have feelings for me the way I have for you. That's why you wine eyes wide open after realizing that he just confessed his feelings. Jungkook, no, I love you. It was just I was scared to confess you and about the even if it was a dare, I didn't do it to complete that dare. I done with my whole heart feelings, just worried that you don't love me. That's why I thought to stop it because after every my feelings for you was growing. Jungkook still has a scary face. You love me. Why nodded her head, which only triggered Jungkook's anger. I want answer from your mouth. Wyan flinched. Yes, Jungkook was satisfied because Wyan said it in fear. So Jungkook left Wyan's shoulder and leave her alone in the meeting room and Wyan rushed behind him after getting down from the table. Jungkook stopped but didn't turn around and Wyan was about to go towards Jungkook, but a hand held her wrist from behind and turned her around and she saw you. Jungkook also turned around, his eyes turned red when he saw Jack holding Wyan's breast and what he heard next made his boil. Yeah, actually, I want to ask you, will you like to go on a date with me this evening? Before Wyan could say anything, Jack was on the floor, has a hard land on his face, and Wyan saw the most dangerous person, and Leah, Era, Mark, and employees gather around. Jungkook turned his face to Wyan, which made Wyan more scared of him, as his eyes were splitting with anger, sadness, jealous, every emotions at the same time, which not only made Wyan scared, but all the employees also, because it was the first time they saw Jungkook's anger in company, and Jungkook never mixes mafia and company life. But Leah and Mark were cool as they have already seen him like this. Jungkook pulled Jack up by his collar. How dare you ask my girl out in front of me? I will you and started him without any mercy and then he took his from his waistband and pointed on Jack's palm. With this plum, you hold my girl, right? So now I will make sure that you will not use this plum anymore. Jungkook was about to pull the, but he stopped his action when Wyan held his wrist. Jungkook stopped. He doesn't have any fault. Why are you him like this? The word made Jungkook more anger, so he left Jack's collar, and Jack fell on his knees, but Jungkook then turned towards Wyan. Wow, now you are taking his side. Do you want to go out with him? Wyan nodded her head in denial. How many times I have to tell you I want answer from your mouth? Wyan flinched. No, I don't want to. Then why you didn't deny his offer? I was about to, but you created a scene. So you blaming me, huh? No, I didn't. It just you created a scene without thinking anything. Wyan rolled her eyes on Jungkook and went towards Jack to help him. I'm sorry on his behalf. Jack just nodded his head as he was half conscious and was in pain. But Jungkook's anger was rising each passing second. Why are you saying sorry to him? Because he has no fault. He didn't do it intentionally. He wasn't knowing anything about us. And also, what's wrong in him asking me out? We are not dating or anything. Rather, I feel proud about him that he asked me out rather than someone, in spite of being a mafia, doesn't ask a girl out. That's it. Wyan pulled the last knot of his anger, and Jungkook forget the surrounding around him and thrown Wyan on his shoulder harshly and left to his car while Wyan kept on struggling to free her, which was of no use. I think Wine will be fine. Me too. Era, now still you want him? Oh my god, I'm glad to God that all this time he just closes eyes on me, otherwise I would have been in heaven. Leah rolled her eyes. Just thank your dad. Your dad begged Oppa to ignore you and your action, whatever. Mark, are you single? Ara asked Mark with a puppy eyes. No, he is taken by John, Leah, so back off. Leah held the shrimming Mark's hand and left to her house. Jungkook put me down. Jungkook hold just landed on Vian's. Just save your energy, my wild kitten. I will show you how much guts I have got. Jungkook warned Vian, and she gulped her saliva. They both were so into their movement that they didn't notice. Honey just came here quickly. What happened, dear? I just saw Jungkook carrying Vian towards his room on his shoulder. Is it what I'm thinking? Exactly, honey. We are going to be grandparents soon. I should talk to Vian's dad. After closing the door, Jungkook threw Wyan on his bed and Wyan sat straight. You feel proud about him, right? For asking you out. Then listen, John Wyan clearly. He is a common man who doesn't have to think much before asking a girl out. And it's not the same for me because I am a mafia king. I have lots of enemies. Jungkook closed his eyes. Forget about enemies. I can handle that. I just don't propose to you because I thought you won't love me back because I'm a but Leah is also a and I accepted to be her friend and see now we are best friends. Jungkook signed. Why you won't understand our man feelings when they truly love a girl. They will always have a thought as mine that whether they will accept us or not. That's why I didn't took the step until not now because you are studying and also I already talked to your dad for your hand for marriage and he accepted me as his son-in-law and also he made sure that he will make you agree for the marriage so I thought that after marriage I will make you love me back slowly. But no, you and stubborn Leah wants everything fast and quick. Wine's wide open her eyes after he heard Jungkook has already asked her dad. Okay, fine. Wine approached Jungkook who was taking long breath and cupped his cheek. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you truly and I just want you. You are my freedom, my happiness, and everything. Jungkook looked at Wine, whose eyes were showing love for him, so he pulled Wine up by her and connected their lips together. After a passionate Jungkook lastly pecked her forehead, I love you, John. Wine, be mine. You proposing me for marriage? Jungkook nodded his head. Now I can't keep you away. At least not after you made your lips my Wine blushed. I love you too. Both of them again connected their lips, but that led to something else. Leah and Mark enter the living room just to see a jiggling parents. Mom, Dad, Oppa, Wine, Leah are plan work. They both are together now in his room. Mark signed. Actually, sir, the thing is, said everything. What? Oh my god, Leah, go and check if Wine is okay or not. They have been locked up in his room for more than 30 minutes. Okay, mom. Leah ran towards Jungkook's room. Leah reached near in front of Jungkook's bedroom, but she didn't hear anything, so she leaned her ears on the door to listen, and at that time she heard Leah screamed and ran to her parents. Mom arranged wedding, Wine and Oppa confessed to each other, and now they are in the process of making a baby room around this house. Really, oh my god. Honey, wait. Also arrange wedding for Leah and Mark. Leah wide open eyes. How you guys know? We are mafia for nothing, babe, and we have our eyes on you, especially your oppa. Really, oh my god, Mark, did you heard? Mark was surprised but then to nod his head. Thank you so much for accepting me. Both Jungkook's mom and dad nodded their head and Leah started jumping like a bunny. I should call Wyan's dad. Hello, Mr. Kim. I called you to say about Jungkook and Wyan. What? Okay. What happened, Tony? Our son literally deserves an award for the best mafia king. Everyone frowned. Why? He has already arranged the marriage a year ago and everything of Wyan and him after graduation of Wyan and Leah. Everyone were surprised. Jungkook fell beside Wyan and took her in his embrace. Wyan cherished his chest and looked up to see his face, who was already staring at her, and he lastly peeked her forehead. You okay? I'm sorry. I think I was way too rough to be for the first time. I thought we both are. You were looking so beautiful that I can't hold myself. Wyan blushed and nodded her head in denial, assuring him that she too enjoyed it. I love you, Cook. I love you more, babe. Let's sleep, otherwise I will do again. Wyan looked at where Jungkook is staring and frowned at her, so she immediately pulled the blanket till her head and slept. Jungkook chuckled and went inside the blanket. The end. Thanks for watching. Bye.